Hey guys, before I get started, I wanted to send my love and condolences to my friend Demi. Sis, I love you and you are in my prayers. So I'm just going to continue to send prayers to you and your family. All right, so yes, welcome to Pick a Story, where in one of the decks or in all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I like to do for those of you that are new is to hold each deck up to the camera for you to see if it's resonating with you. Starting with deck number 1. Could your story or message be here in deck number 1? Or is it in deck number 2? Could your story or message be here in deck number 2? Or could your story or message be here in deck number 3? All right. So I hope you have made your selection, and we'll go ahead and begin with deck number 1. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Five of Cups. We've got the Page of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords. And the Two of Swords. Overall energy, we've got Judgment, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so definitely seems to be strong water energy. So either you are a water sign or there is something significant in regards to a water sign in your life. And I feel like there is also some sort of grief going on or having to release or let go. I feel like maybe you were already in a position where you had a sense of stability and or security. Now I do see a situation where somebody, what's that word? When you just kind of like throw something all away, squander, is that the word I'm thinking of? And it does seem like maybe someone was kind of too playful with what they had, or felt like they had enough security to the point where they could kind of squander. That's what I'm looking for. Where they could squander their money or their security or something, or maybe flip something. And I feel like maybe something did not go over well. I don't know. It just kind of seems like maybe somebody did not take what they had serious enough and just kind of let it go or lost it. That could be money. It could be a job. It could be a relationship. And it seems that maybe someone thought that they had numerous or unlimited chances or whatever. And then this time around, like I said, it just, something didn't go through. And I feel like somebody is maybe beating themselves up and feeling like, oh man, I made a mistake. And is like, you know, kind of just suffering for it now. It seems to like maybe someone is trying to make an offer, some sort of offering, but the offer is being rejected or turned down, or something just isn't enough. Either you could be doing this offer or somebody is making an offer to you and you're just kind of like, it's too late. It also seems that somebody is wanting to get their feet wet, wanting to test something out before fully investing in it. But again, I feel like maybe something has been wasted. And I feel like something is underwater or lost. I don't know, something may have gotten lost. Maybe a piece of jewelry, maybe some money. I feel like you also may be like cutting ties with the past and deciding to let go and move on. Maybe you're cutting your losses, and then you're also not allowing the past to come back. You're like, never again. So yeah, you could have been dealing with someone. Maybe it was a relationship where someone did not take the relationship serious. And this time around, when this person made a mistake or did whatever they did, false promises, that was the last straw. Maybe you're the one that's just like, no, like it's too late. I told you XYZ, don't do this again. And, now you're letting something go. You guys also might be ready for a new beginning, but not exactly know what. There is a little bit of energy of feeling lost or displaced. Maybe you've lost your passion for your current career, but you don't know what to do and you're trying to figure things out. Maybe you've been putting in job offers, you haven't gotten heard anything back. Or it just seems like, you don't know what to do. So you're it's like you're like trying to find yourself or find whatever it is that you're looking for, but all you know is that you've got to walk away from the past. It also seems like every time you're trying to leave a situation, someone tries to stop you or block you from leaving or letting go fully. I'm seeing 10, 10, multiples of 10, 20. So that could be significant for you, but I also feel like that's talking about not obstacles, but cycles that are ending and closing out, like you're being moved into a new direction, a new beginning. You also could be at a crossroad and maybe feel torn in regards to which way to go. I kind of feel like somebody is not wanting to show or expose their feelings or emotions anymore. I feel like somebody felt like they were very vulnerable with someone and can no longer do that, or feel maybe something went wrong and someone is just like, I'm never doing that again. But I do feel like somebody thought they had all the time in the world for something. It also looks like somebody ran out of time. Somebody just waited too late. They're like, I thought I had all the time in the world. Someone also may have done something prematurely, but it's just like too late. Let's say somebody had been planning to leave their job and they had an interview at another place and was just like, I know I got that job. I'm about to quit right now. And it's just like, oh, you quit prematurely. You were supposed to wait until you got that official yes. And so it's like, oh, no turning back. I already quit that job. I didn't even put in my 2 weeks notice. I just left. Like something's going on where maybe somebody did something prematurely. Kind of feel like somebody is also saying no more water signs. Feeling like I don't want to deal with water signs anymore. hearing Patrick again? I feel like I've heard that name in another reading. I feel like somebody is ready to just like move on. Time to let go of the past. Time to start over. I also feel that, you know, there's a sense of relief. Something may have been done for the best. Maybe whether you realize it or not. Like, Spirit was looking out for your best interests. You also could be a water sign who's refusing to speak to a fire sign. I feel like somebody also got so drunk that they exposed themselves, or a lot that they were thinking, like they had no filter, and somebody said a lot of things that they can't take back, but they might try to say, well, I was drunk. But it's like, no, that filter just came off. Kind of feels like somebody may have caused you a lot of grief as well. Somebody may have sent you to therapy, or vice versa. Maybe you sent somebody to therapy, or this might be something that's getting ready to happen. I do see something about depression. Okay, I kind of feel like something runs in a family. Something has been genetically passed down, and this is health related. I kind of feel like something's going on, and maybe someone just got the results of something, or just found out the news of something, and there's a little bit of sadness in it. It may have something to do with fertility. It also could just be some sort of frustration in regards to someone's health, like the thyroid, or anything that is dealing with weight gain. Yeah. And then going back to anything relationship wise, I just feel like maybe somebody revealed some information that was hurtful, especially something like cheating or an affair. Now, also, if this isn't your relationship, it could be somebody finding something out about, like, a family member that they always looked up to, finding out that somebody was a hypocrite. Yeah. And I'm also getting that somebody feels bad or guilty because they believed what somebody told them and then found out it wasn't true, but much later, and now they feel bad about it because they stopped talking to somebody because of that. In regards to your passion or some sort of hidden talent, I feel like maybe there's something that you've been keeping quiet. Maybe you've been playing around with some things, and maybe you felt like you have been gotten good enough to share or show off your skills, and then it wasn't received well or like you thought, and now you're just kind of like a little embarrassed and beating yourself up about it. But I feel like, it's just a need of practicing more and just going back to the drawing board, but not necessarily giving up completely. So I'm not sure exactly what this was, but almost like maybe somebody was like, I want to be a singer, and then they sang in front of people and got nervous and was all cracking, and then it wasn't well received, and somebody just felt bad, like, I thought I was a better singer than that. But it's just like, no, you just got to get used to getting out in crowds. So I don't know, I just kind of feel like somebody was trying to show off a new talent, but feels bad because it didn't go over well. Somebody also may have tried their hand at painting, but doesn't like it. Now, it might not be that other people didn't like it. You just might not like your own artwork. Yeah, I was saying something was for your own good. You just might not realize it yet. You also might realize that an air sign was being honest with you or telling the truth. Whatever was giving you like a lot of anxiety, I feel like you had to let it go. I'm also getting something like an apology, like someone trying to make a peace offering or trying to make things right. Somebody's apology may not have been well received. I feel like somebody is holding back in regards to what they want to say or hiding their emotions. I feel like someone is being very private and feels guarded, does not want to let people get too close or only trust a select few people. I'm getting the energy of like soulmates, whether it's romantic or platonic. I feel like one person is quiet, the other person is outgoing, or someone has the ability to bring out this person's shy side. I mean, they have an ability to bring out. Well, you know, it could go for that too. Someone who's maybe normally outgoing gets shy around somebody. And then someone who's normally shy maybe be outgoing around this particular person, someone who's quiet or shy. So it's kind of like either opposites attract. I think this is more of an opposite attract type situation. Somebody also might be trying to figure out why you don't like them. Or maybe you found out that somebody doesn't trust you or didn't used to trust you. I feel like somebody is really trying to find out some sort of information. You also might have an ability to see straight through someone's authenticity or not, or call people out on their BS unless someone's doing that to you. But I'm getting, for the most part, somebody feels like I can't trust you, like, or I don't believe your apology, or you said you were going to do this for me last time and you never did. Like, somebody doesn't believe what somebody is saying that they can do for them, or that somebody is sorry, you know. So I feel like there's some sort of difficulties in that. Yeah. All right, so that is all for deck number 1. We'll go on to deck number 2. We have Shine, Joy and Stability, Strengthening Bonds, Simply Love, Reach Out, Overall Energy, Feeling Alone, Love Abounds, Rest and Reconsider. So I'm getting a situation where maybe someone did need to take some sort of a time out to reflect. I feel like maybe you needed to be isolated so that you could hear your own voice or trust your own heart. Maybe other people have previously been in your head or influencing you in somehow, in some way. And now you feel like it's time for you to just kind of like listen to what you want and to stop listening to what others are saying. And I feel like you're desiring authenticity, and it's like you want something that your heart is calling out for. You're like, this is what my heart says. This is what I really feel. And I feel like you're really becoming in tune with your intuition. And you might even feel like physical evidence of that with like heart palpitations. So I kind of feel like something's going on where your heart chakra is being awakened or activated, or it's really active. And I feel like you're following, you're like listening to what this invisible calling is. I do feel like you have some sort of guidance, even if right now you don't see it or feel it. And maybe you have been feeling misunderstood or out of place. Yeah, maybe you have been feeling, in a sense, out of place or whatever. And it seems to like it's something that you're wanting to get to, but you haven't figured out how to get there, or how to get from point A to point B. It's like maybe you don't have a plan, but you just know what you want. You also might have some sort of light bulb moment. You just come to some sort of realization about some things. It may be time for you to just like open up and release any type of burden you've been carrying. You also might feel like you need to just tell the truth. If you've been hiding or covering something up, you're like, I just need to tell the truth. This has been weighing heavily on my heart. This is what I want to do, or this is how I feel. This is what I think. And it just seems like you want to be you. And I do feel like in some way you're going to be put into the spotlight, or your feelings are going to be put into the spotlight. People are going to know how you feel, or feel about them, because it's being highlighted. I feel like you also are just getting some kind of recognition in general. You may have felt alone or ignored for your efforts or for something. And now I feel like you're going to receive some sort of glory or some sort of recognition. You might find yourself feeling very creative as well. There's something that may happen to restore your faith, or your willpower might be back. Like maybe at first you lost your will, or you lost your sense of purpose. Like there's a disconnect, and I feel like you're going to find your way. Something is going to make you feel alive again. Yeah. I feel like, again, like I said, it's you go right into discovering your power or rediscovering something about yourself, which does give you peace of mind. It gives you some sort of joy and stability. You know, you're like, okay, this is what I needed to feel secure, and I have it. So I feel like you have something's back. Like you feel like something is back, and I feel like you're gonna want to hold on to it. You don't want to lose it anymore. I feel like you're also celebrating the fact that you did choose to follow your heart. This is part of your path. I feel like maybe something had to happen to put you in alignment with, where you're supposed to be. And it just literally looks like somebody is being guided by some sort of light and coming out of some sort of dark tunnel. It's like, okay, I could see again. So maybe you have been going through some sort of period of darkness, dark night of the soul, feeling lost, and everything's coming back, everything's starting to make sense again. If you've been looking for love or companionship, I feel like you're going to find it. I feel like also somebody may have already been in your life, but you were just too close to the situation to see it, or like ego was blinding you in some way. But I feel that, you know, something's happening where your eyesight, your physical eyesight is adjusting to something. Like you felt something in your heart, but your eyes couldn't see it. Now both your eyes and your heart are kind of like in alignment. And so you know where you need to be, or what you're supposed to be doing, or you will. Like it's on the way, especially if you still feel empty or lost. I feel like there's going to be some sort of a bonding, definitely some soulmate vibes coming here. This could be romantic, it could be platonic, but I feel like you're connecting with someone who speaks to your heart, who speaks your love language, who just gets you, like you guys get each other. You also could be spending quality time with a parent, could be doing some sort of bonding with a parent. And I feel like somebody is also saying that they need help, whereas they couldn't say that at first. But something's indicating that you have support, whether physical or invisible. But it does look like you have support, or people have been lifting you up. Excuse me, someone might literally reach out to you, either for help or to just talk, or you are reaching out to somebody. If you are working on any type of creative project, I feel like people are building off of each other. I feel like there is some sort of a foundation being established between people. In career, you could be rising, like in status, getting recognition, like I said. I feel like you're being noticed or standing out. Also, after some sort of big moment of clarity, you can kind of like sit back and relax, at least for a little bit, because it's a relief to know what it is that you should be doing, or where you're headed, or who you're supposed to be with. I feel like you're also going to find a piece of good literature, or read something that gives you some kind of enlightenment or direction. Yeah. You also might not realize that you are being a beam of light for others that are in darkness or coming out of darkness. Something could have been revealed to you in a dream that will give you clarity. And if you were confused about a situation, I feel like things are going to all fall into place and it's going to make sense. You could have been confused in regards to how somebody felt about you. I'm just seeing something about understanding, having an understanding. You also may have been confused as to why or where you were headed. Just like, why does spirit have me on this path? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going. Maybe you've been on autopilot. And then I just feel like all of that is going away, all that confusion, and you're headed towards clarity. There could be something significant in regards to a water sign. air sign, and fire. If you are a reader and you kept getting unclear readings, I feel like your situation was just too complicated and there were multiple parties involved. But once it all comes together, it'll make sense to you. And again, it just looks like a big secret being revealed. Okay, I'm getting something about having to manage your desires or stabilize them. How not to become obsessive. Like something has taken, like you had to learn how to control something. In regards to family life, there could have been some things going on, maybe dealing with some sort of lies and deception with family, and finally getting things cleared up, maybe having to set boundaries with certain family members. If you were caught up in some sort of a situation, a situationship, I kind of feel like maybe you're letting that go or you're being released from that. You also might realize that you are only meant to play a role, which is to be the catalyst for somebody's for some sort of change in someone's life. Like you were the catalyst for that. Career wise, something's going on. I feel like a company or an employer has been keeping tabs on you for a while now. Somebody's been following your work, following your trail. They've been following you. They've been keeping close watch. They felt you were valuable, but they had to hold off on hiring you for whatever reason. But now I feel like this person or this employer is able to hire you. Maybe they had to wait for some things at their company. Something also kind of makes me think of, like, in regards to entertainment field, like if you worked in that industry and you considered yourself to have like a little name or whatever. I feel like there is a bigger person or a bigger company or someone from, I feel like it more so a person from the bigger company watching you, but maybe we're tied into some sort of cahoots. Now that this person's independent, they can work with you. Now that they're free, they're like, oh, I'm not under that person's, direction anymore. Like, I want to work with you. I've been waiting for that, so something like that I feel like can happen for somebody who works in the entertainment industry. Somebody has been just waiting to be released from some sort of karmic contract. Well, work karma. And so now that they're free from that contract, they can work with you. You also might have some things that need to come out of storage. Something that you had stored away or a safe box. It's time for you to go back in there. So also, it could be anything, but I'm just getting like an image from Purple Rain where Prince was going bananas. He was crying and having an emotional breakdown and opened up that trunk and throwing everything away up in the air, not realizing that it was original music written by his father, and his father had always lied to him and told him, I don't write my stuff. My stuff is in memory. And then he found out that his father had all along been storing his songs and had written them. So I don't know, I just kind of get something like that could happen. Like you discover something in a safe, something valuable. Or you yourself had stored something away valuable that you need to get back to. Somebody also might have some sort of bonds, some literal bonds. Seems like you had to set boundaries with somebody, even if it was like tough love. But I feel like if you gave someone tough love, that actually strengthened the bond. Maybe this person respects you more for putting them in their place, especially if people normally let this person run circles around them, but not with you. I feel like, this is something that gives someone your respect. Um, I also feel like something's going on where you're needing to deal with any type of suppressed thoughts or anxieties you've been having. I feel like you're needing to deal with it in some way, even if you channel it creatively. You also may have had to basically transmute any type of negative energy into something artistic. Maybe you put your pain in your music, or in your painting, or in your story. Someone's pain might be disguised in their artwork. So I feel like somebody is going to tell the truth. Also, if someone's trust was broken in the past, I feel like someone's trust is being restored. Again, I'm getting like soulmate energies, or it's being revealed to you who your soulmate is. If someone is pursuing you, I feel like they are not shy anymore. Someone has the confidence to approach you and come forward. I still kind of feel like somebody is also going to make like a bold statement or do something very forward and then kind of retract a little or become quiet. Maybe more in disbelief, like I can't believe I said that or did that or whatever it is. And I feel like it's something that you desire, that you claimed. You're like, I claim this, and I feel like it's manifesting. You might hit a minor roadblock before something fully manifests, or right after it manifests. It might be some sort of temporary roadblock. Again, I'm still getting something about somebody building up maybe some sort of courage to speak their mind or to reach out to you, to call you. If someone, you also may have hurt someone in the past and they never told you, they just stopped talking to you. I feel like at some point that person is going to approach you and let you know why they stopped talking to you, and you might be completely clueless, or maybe you had a little clue but you're like, man, like, so you didn't talk to me all this time, you should have just said something. So I kind of feel like you might be unaware that someone avoided you, was avoiding you for some reason. All you know is that you stopped talking to them or you didn't hear from that person anymore. And I'm getting something about an old song that you feel connected to, or it jolts a memory. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to deck number 3. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Overall energy, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. All right, so at one point I feel that maybe you had been dealing with some sort of battle scars. And I feel like maybe past disappointments or past hurts maybe prevented you from progressing. And it's like you've been holding on to, excuses and just not really ready to move forward. And I feel like maybe you're ready to come out of that state of mind now. I feel like you've overcome that. You've already overcome a lot. And yeah, I feel like you're going to overcome some period of insecurities. and you are going to have some sort of emotional fulfillment, emotional security, as well as some sort of financial or what do you call it? Material security. Um, I just feel like you're finding peace. If there were issues in a relationship, I feel that now that the honeymoon phase is over, you guys can focus on the realistic things, and maybe a relationship which initially was, in a honeymoon phase, you guys are just approaching it like a real thing, like a real responsibility now. It's like, okay, now we need to get our finances together. Now we need to start talking about living together. It's just that you're taking the relationship more serious. But it does seem like maybe some things could have maybe fallen apart before you guys decided to rebuild. Or maybe you just had to come to some sort of conclusion about what wasn't working, what is working, and you're just approaching the relationship in a practical way. Career wise, I feel that maybe you didn't believe you could have something. Maybe you were like, that's just a dream. Like, yeah, if I could have it my way, that would be my dream life, my dream job, but that isn't real, and I feel like that's the way you used to think. And then something becomes a reality and you do get to, start working on your dream job. Maybe get a call back from somewhere. Maybe you decided you wanted to start your own business. But I feel like there's something significant happening for you in career. I feel like you also have some sort of money coming in. There could be a financial increase, like your finances were, barely anything, or like you had to start over or something. And I just feel like something blossoms and expands. So you go from having little to nothing to just like abundance, more than you can take on. You can put some aside now. You also could potentially be getting or working two jobs. Either way, I feel like something is bringing in money. Now, there could also be an inheritance that you're going to receive, or a settlement. I feel like something's coming in. You didn't think it would happen, but I feel like it's going to come through. There's definitely expansion. Maybe, where Jupiter is placed in your birth chart, or the transiting Jupiter maybe is touching something in your birth chart. Like right now, Jupiter is in Taurus retrograde. And so maybe is really giving you abundance, depending on what house is transiting for you. So for instance, if you have Taurus in the second house and Jupiter is currently there right now, it might suddenly bring you in some sort of abundance of wealth. If you have Jupiter in the fifth house, Taurus in the fifth house with the current transiting Jupiter, maybe it's bringing you abundance in regards to children. Maybe you're, find out that you're having a child, or your family is expanding. Maybe you're adopting. Maybe you're suddenly having more fun. So, wherever Jupiter is transiting could be bringing you in some kind of abundance. But because I feel like it has something to do with career, or family. It may be for you transiting either your 4th or 10th house. Yeah. Or 2nd house too, because like I said, I feel like there's a lot of finances coming through. And, I just feel that whatever transits are happening in the sky are more positive for you. I also feel that luck is on your side because you've prepared for something. And so as soon as you are put in the right position, or, it's kind of like written in the stars. So something is destined. It's destined for you to cross paths with somebody. And it's kind of like this person was just talking about needing XYZ. And you're like, are you serious? I collect XYZ. Like if you ever want to buy some, or if you want to, whatever, barter, something's going on where, you're put at the right place at the right time with somebody. And, you might be beneficial to each other. There definitely could be something going on with an earth sign and an air sign. And maybe you feel like the two of you were put in each other's lives for a reason. Somebody might think that you're their lucky charm, or you feel that way about them. And I'm feeling like maybe there's something significant in regards to butterflies for you, especially like if you have a butterfly tattoo, or if you feel like that's your spirit animal. I feel like there's also some sort of opportunity. Something's being offered to you, and it's something big. You're like, this is a big opportunity. This is nice. Something significant could happen while you're shopping. You might run into somebody. There also might be some sort of name change coming up for somebody. Either your literal name or the name of your business, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of a name change. Now, I also got some sort of a weird plot twist that you might meet someone with the same last name. So if you guys were to get married, it could stay the same. But something about the surname or a surname is standing out. Something also may have already been revealed to you in a dream. You had like some sort of premonition. And then it manifests, or you are realizing what that dream meant. Also, spiritually, you might be visited by ancestors, whether in dreams or like in your home, seeing things moving around. Ooh, matter of fact, now I blew it off, y'all, because I'm like, maybe that's just, I don't know. But like when I got back into my car, my window was down, and I'm like, my window was not down. Like, that's just weird. And my car is like parked in the garage. I just thought that was really weird. And it was funny because I was dreaming about ghosts that day. And so later on that happened. That was weird. But yeah, I feel like you could be visited by spirits, or your ancestors are visiting you, whether physically or in a dream. But especially in a dream. You also may be getting ready to leave something behind. I feel like either this is a reunion between two people who know each other. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it does seem like a reunion. Or you meet someone and you guys bond on something. It's something that you guys are bonding on. Somebody is also coming off as being protective. Somebody's father might be very protective. Also, if there is someone that broke up with you, or you broke up, well, mainly if they broke up with you and you never really understood why, I feel like you're going to have clarity on it. Not saying that you've been waiting around, but it just seems like maybe one day you're going to have, someday soon, you're going to have clarity as to why someone broke up with you. I feel like somebody is being led to you. Even if maybe this person has been looking for you and they couldn't find you. Maybe they lost your number or your contact information. Maybe they're not on social media, so they've been looking for you. And then something happens that will lead the two of you together. Matter of fact, again, it just seems like a situation where everything's in alignment. Two people are at the right place at the right time. Maybe especially if somebody doesn't even normally go into this store, or somebody is not even usually on this side of town, and it's just like you run into each other or you meet each other. Something might lead you to studying astrology more. And I feel that something is also going to give you encouragement. At the end of the day, you're going to feel encouraged. You might find someone's brutal honesty refreshing, or someone feels that way about you. You also might get the attention of an air sign, or they find you very attractive, or vice versa. Seems like you're also going to be very creative. I feel like somebody's going to be writing, or very vocal. Somebody's going to come out of their shell. You also might get introduced to somebody who you admire. I feel like somebody is like lighting up the sky. So I feel that you are going to be successful in something. You also might connect with someone who's very popular, or even famous. Something could be a business match made in heaven, or a romantic match made in heaven. It's almost like two people are joining forces and just kind of like bringing light to the world. I am getting something about two strong creative geniuses coming together and making money together. Yeah. So either way, I feel like there's going to be some sort of positive direction or path that you're on, and is leading you to big things. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.